Jim. Come. Hey, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of your week. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and you're being safe and flattening some curves, as we like to say. I'm going to bring Jim Button onto our little skit. Apparently, and you'll see this, you're going to see this, our audio. There's some audio issues that the worldwide internet is giving us with. So this is going to feel like you're watching. Hi, Jim.
Hello, Dave.
How are you?
I'm swell. How are you?
How was your weekend? I'm good.
It was good. It was great. You know, it's like I had a whole time off, you know. I wasn't going into the office.
Didn't have your television production to
Didn't
worry
have
about?
didn't have a show to produce, you know.
Hey, which one of these two Mandy Stobos do you think I click? I'll click on the first one. She has 2 numbers. I'm not sure.
Oh, we haven't got a practical joke yet, Dave.
Oh, shoot. Do one quick. I've already.
Hello?
Hello, Mandy.
Hi, you guys.
How are you?
I'm freaking out a little bit. I looked in my studio for tacks on my chair. I'm looking around. I know you guys haven't been here, but I am freaking out.
Okay. We decided Monday, you know, it's day of spirituality and calmness, and so we thought we wouldn't do a practical joke on you today.
Thank you, guys. That's amazing.
And
okay,
besides,
my heart.
Avnish told us he'd beat us up if he did.
Right?
Which didn't seem very spiritual of him, did it?
Which we also were, since we're kind of playing a practical joke on anyone watching, because our lips aren't quite matching today. We think the internet did this to us, so don't worry if our lips aren't matching. It's just the fun of today, right?
I know.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Okay, you guys, I got in trouble on the internet.
That was perfect.
I have to say that I got in trouble on the internet.
Did you?
So yeah, I am. And
careful.
I know. I'm going to tell you all about it if I can find it here. But just give me one sec. I'm just.
Was it for me having? What?
I'm going to send a note to Blythe, who's upstairs, because everyone says I look really blocked. Part of the reason might be because they're trying to finish a piano lesson via the internet upstairs while we're doing a show down here. That's pretty funny. My computer is.
This show's off on a bang, eh, Mandy?
It's terrible.
That was the practical joke on you.
Was that the joke?
Okay, no.
What is happening, you guys?
No.
As soon as Russ isn't here, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
This is my issue. My issue is I took the kids to the park on the weekend and then found out when I posted a picture of the kids at the park, you're not supposed to take your kids to the park.
Yeah.
So now I know. My bad.
Yeah. And I saw that. I was going to mention something.
But then you thought, there's enough people who have already texted Dave that says, thanks for killing the world.
Thanks for telling the world to go out.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't let the kids go on a park for a while, and Luca is pretty confused.
It's been like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, well, and because it lives on metal and plastic, so it's like...
Okay.
Sorry, Dave.
So I murdered everybody.
Stop saying that word.
Why does he have to go so dark?
I don't know.
So fast. You know what I miss? I miss Russ. I miss Russ. He keeps this thing orderly.
Well, Russ isn't here today because he's helping his mom out, so he can't make it. But I did want to bring up all the same that I also won an award in hockey.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, jeez.
And you know what this is?
Dave,
this is
what's
a
going to
participation
happen?
trophy. That's what that is.
What's going to happen when this goes on for 6 months?
And I've only got 2 awards?
Two trophies.
Fine.
Everyone is lucky because of that. That's why.
We never really thought about how long this show was going to go on, have we?
No.
Forever.
What do we do?
Forever.
As soon as we say, so here's how I pair my underwear. Here's how I pair my socks. When I fold them, I put them in the back.
Okay, so the lesson for the day is don't take your kids to play in the park. Yes. So there, learned my lesson. Also, Do we want to bring Avnish on now, or should we do our Mandy art first? I'm not quite sure how we want to do this, you guys.
That's a Mandy call, man.
Mandy, how are you
Was that
feeling?
a Mandy call? Well, I thought we were going to have a bit of a date here and talk about the weekend and stuff before I got right into it. But I'm also good at getting right into it. So whatever you guys
your
want.
Weekend, honey?
That was a bit I felt passive aggressive somehow.
Oh no, I was trying to be. I won't say it. My weekend was great. How was everyone's weekend?
Should we
Did
buy
you have
her
a good
drink,
time?
Jim? I feel
Did
like
it
we
feel
should buy
different?
her a drink.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, I can take you right into craft. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Does everybody have their craft
The build-up
material with them?
What?
It is. Welcome to Craft Time with Mandy Stobo, everyone. If you're not ready, your kids aren't ready, they're still running around, that's okay. This will still be online later, so you can always revisit it then.
I think Dave's panicking. Hold on, Dave's panicking.
No. This was the hero time. That's what I was talking about, the hero thing.
Oh, never mind, everyone. Was that the prank?
No.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I think that was the prank.
So, let me. I could have set it up a bit here, better than saying the thing. So Mandy Stobo and Jim and I and all of us have been talking about the show being in the neighborhood. Mandy started doing this amazing thing where she's doing art about heroes. People are doing great things out there. And then the show kind of is a bit of a Mr. Rogers shout out. We thought, what about if on our show we thanked heroes or helpers? Who are the ones Mr. Rogers said?
Yeah, helpers.
The helpers. So
what was Mr. Rogers' line?
When bad things happen, look for the helpers.
Right.
And that is to give kids comfort. Is so they look around and say, who's helping? Because there's always going to be people helping, and those are the people you want to be near.
Yeah.
So Mandy sort of started this on her own, and then we thought, well, maybe we can do something on our show or on this thing where we thank helpers, people who are out there doing some help. That's what I was trying to set up, Mandy. There, did I set it up better?
That was great.
Thank you. That was great. So, so last week I did a portrait of Dr. Hinshaw, which was beautiful, and it was widely accepted. And I let the artwork be free for anyone to print on T-shirts for charities or use on their own. And then it got a bunch of attention in the media, and so I thought it was a great thing to carry on and to accept nominations from anyone about anyone that is changing your life and making it feel a little bit better in this hard time. So I have recently done the portraits of the Ontario Health Minister as well as the BC Health Minister, which were heavily nominated. I think Robbie has those to show you. And then I have a very special one. Dave, do you want to set it up, this one?
Sure, I'll set that up. So I'm going to read what you sent me, Mandy Stobo, if I may.
Yeah.
As soon as I get, and this is That Jank from That Jank, and she's talking about the executive director of Alberta Wildlife. She says her name is Holly Lily here on Instagram. Super smart, incredibly caring, and a hard worker. Also an animal lover. She has 2 dogs and a cat. You can see in some of her pics. She made a career of helping orphaned and injured wildlife. She's driven 8 hours to rescue a moose calf in need. And now that calf will be released back into the wild this spring. So they sent in a picture of her, and this is Holly Lily, and she's a helper out there helping animals who are being neglected in some cases by this crisis. And Mandy Stobo, they sent this to you, and you thought maybe you'd do a little drawing of her. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so I'm just quickly drawing her now and coloring her in. I can show you guys the end result later today. Another part of this whole project that I'm really excited about is I know being a parent myself and working during the day with the kids is quite fun. And
that's the word everybody else is using too.
Exciting for everyone. So I'm always looking for projects for the kids for their schedule to feel like they're in school. So I thought at the same time of highlighting a local hero, we can also do a bit of hero history with our kids. So these images will all be coloring pages that are on my website. And we can talk about classic humans in the world that have changed the direction of life and in a positive way for kids. So the one that's free today will be the incredible Stan Lee. So I think it's a great hour moment to talk about Stan Lee, do some coloring, think about storytelling and that kind of thing with your kids.
Okay, that's brilliant. If people want to get that and download it, John Kelly
Yeah,
will
so
want to.
yeah, you just head to my website, stoboart.com, and all the links will be there. It's a PDF. You just print it off, and there you go.
That is so great.
And send us
Now,
back your work.
yeah, exactly. We want to see it. Everyone's saying how terrible my video looks today. That's just me. It's got nothing to do with the video. It's just my face. So sorry, everybody.
So is the show being held hostage by your piano lesson? Is that what's going on?
I think it might be. There's an online piano lesson going on upstairs that might be doing this. Now, I'm going to bring on Avnish, who's going to help us be mindful. And Jimmy, do you want to set him up while I get him rung in? Or do you
Sure.
Want
Yeah, because nobody wants to hear you talking right now, I think.
What? Jim, it's only week 2.
It's hurtful.
What are we going to do like 3 months into this?
I know. Avnish, let me tell you guys about Avnish. Avnish is a... Avnish... oh, hello, Avnish. Hostage by your piano lesson?
Oh, you're going to have to turn down your audio, Avnish, or you're going to lose your mind. I'm telling you right now.
Sorry, I was so excited about the show that I... Too many phones.
I know. Yeah. So, Avnish,
is that a buffalo behind you?
This is a buffalo behind me, yeah.
Hey, and so what's the significance of the buffalo?
This is the significance of this painting. This is done by a friend of my brother's, and he actually got this for me for Christmas, and it's just sort of it's my spirit animal. We did a shaman journey, and I'm a white buffalo, so
yeah,
right, and so
yeah.
Part of this is also sort of, being surrounded by the things that bring you life and source, and this is one of those things. So kind of connect back to who you are, and it's just a good reminder.
Hey, because you're my buffalo. Here, I'm going to show you something. Ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Yes.
That's the buffalo Tracy made.
So this
so
is
good.
Love that.
Avnish makes a living helping people be more mindful of life. And so his kind of work is more important now than ever. So Avnish, tell us a bit about what we need to know. What's today about?
Well, yeah, that's a great question, right? I think that's sort of the question for all of us is what is today about? Today's about sort of checking in with your mind. Where are you at? We're out of this, this first week or this first 10 days, or as you said, Dave, this first 100 days that feels like, years and years.
Yeah.
But it's sort of just understanding where is your mind and what are you spending your time on, and where's your bandwidth being placed? How resilient is it? What's sort of penetrating it? Like some of those pieces.
And so what can we do? What would your advice be, or help us through what we need to do today?
Yeah, I think it's just do it, right? So be aware of where you're at. Be aware of where your mind is. Find the ways to be able to not necessarily quiet your mind, but to be able to bring it into focus. One of the things that we do a lot of at our house and with other folks is affirmations. And one of the ones that I wrote down because of after Friday in seeing you folks and just now, one of my favorite affirmations is I laugh easily and often. And this idea of within kind of whatever this is, how are you reminding yourself of the way that you want to be, right? Mm-hmm. And it not necessarily being the environment or other people sort of driving that. These are the things that I want. So I want to laugh easily, and I want to laugh often. And how do I find maybe the right people to do that with, or how do I make sure that that even in tough times that I can train myself or encourage myself that's exactly where I want to be.
So what do? You just keep repeating the affirmation to yourself?
Yeah. So, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll and this is sort of the painful part, is that if you write affirmations and then you record yourself reading them, you get yourself into whatever a stable sort of mindset is, or a calm mind, and then listen to yourself and repeat them. So you've got 3 or 4 times where you're repeating it. I laugh easily and often. I laugh easily and often, and then you're sort of telling yourself, Never mind. I got a false alarm. I thought I had my little baby come in, but no, you rejected me. I'm getting used to that.
Yeah. Wait till they're 18.
It's happening. But yeah, writing sort of that, like getting yourself into that calm state where you can tell yourself, some of these things. And it sounds a bit hokey, and especially when you hear your own voice sort of telling you, I laugh easily and often. You have really no choice but to laugh, right? And this moment where these are the behaviors that I'm desiring, right? And for each of us, I think that the part is that there's no incorrect way of doing this, right? There's this is all correct and this is all right. So however you choose and whatever you can do to find those moments, whether it's through art, whether it's like, the 3 minutes that you have in the shower, like whatever it is to be able to sort of refocus and be there. Those are the moments that you really want to make, really be as long as possible, right? So 3 minutes can be an hour if the power is right.
Right.
Cool.
An hour if the power
If
is
the
right.
power, exactly.
Oh.
Hey,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really helpful, and I find it easy to not that whole be mindful. I just think it's easier to be crabby. That's what I've been working on. So
Hey, you don't have to work on it, Dave. It comes naturally.
It does. It really does.
oh,
We love you, though.
Yeah, we still love you, Mr. Krabby Pants.
You know what?
You
That
know-
made you laugh easily and often.
and often.
Yeah, it's working, Avnish. That's amazing.
Really good. Well,
It's so true.
Find those
And Avnish, I was thinking sometimes what helps people is having a good craft, and that's where I don't know if you knew this, Avnish, but sometimes doing a craft with Mandy Stobo helps. And I think we should bring Michael Bernard Fitzgerald into this because there's nothing that says it's craft time like singing sensation Michael Bernard Fitzgerald. Look at this. Do you want to see something funny? So I found this the other day.
Yep.
I know. And what's really funny about this is taped to the back is an introduction. So clearly at some point on some show, I held this up and then read, MBF has shared the stage and toured with Joel Plaskett, Michael Ferranti, and Spearhead, Steve Winwood, Third Eye Blind, Sam Roberts, Stars, Chaos, The Wallflowers, Elliot Brood, Lights, and many more.
Woo!
I know. I should have had him on to hear that, but that's okay. I'll just ring him. And then, because I heard he's eating breakfast. Is that true? Michael?
Let's look in his beard for some food.
Oh, Mikey.
Come on, there's no beard. There's no beard in my food. There's no food in my beard.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I realized when I found this LP of yours, this wax, as I like to call it, your introduction is taped to the back. So clearly at some point I was reading this, I was showing it on a show of some and reading it on the back. So
What does it say?
It says, Michael Bernard Fitzgerald has been lucky enough to hang out with Jim Button, and that's all he really cares about. That's the whole thing says.
Still accurate.
Joel Plaskett, Michael Franti, Spearhead, Steve
Where
Winwood,
did
Third
Avnish
Eye
go?
Blind. Look at all this.
Oh,
so
there's
much. There
I
he is.
know. He's such a
Chaos,
star.
The Wallflowers, Elliot Brood. Anyway, how are you? How are you hanging in with all of this going on?
I'm good, and
Yeah.
I'm hanging in pretty well. Thanks for asking.
Well, so gigs, you make your living like playing for people. So this sort of takes a bite out of that. How is your? Does it rattle you, or is that okay?
Well, I think everyone that plays music had a few things cancel for sure. But I don't know. I guess the other part of the job is also thinking about stuff and writing songs and and that stuff is not canceled.
Very good.
It's not canceled.
Thinking about stuff. Yeah, no, I've been doing that too. So, my gigs are still hot.
Yeah,
Actually,
Jim, I don't think
I was
you
thinking
could
of
stop
writing a
thinking
song.
about stuff. That's for sure.
What's that?
I don't think you could stop thinking about stuff. That's for sure.
I was thinking about you this morning.
I was thinking about you too.
Whoa.
What? I'm just playing background for your guys' conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
So what's your affirmation today, Michael? Did you hear Avnish's?
Of course he didn't, Jim. He couldn't because he was waiting for our call.
I was waiting for the call, but can you tell me what it was?
Avnish will.
Yeah, well, here, maybe I'll, this is the one that I wrote for you, Michael. It's, I love my body loves me.
Okay.
So I need to say that.
I didn't say anything right there. Notice that?
I love my body, and my body loves me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Talking
That's a
to
good
your
one.
I like it.
So what do you have for Mandy?
For Mandy, I've got, I trust the process of life.
Nice.
Nice.
You're gonna make me cry. I do trust the process of life. I'm having some questions lately.
so cute. You're so cute. You're so
I love you guys. Yeah, I needed that one. Thank you. I'm gonna be writing that all over the house.
That's great.
I just need to find my lipstick. And then I'll put it on all the mirrors. Phil's gonna love that.
And is yeah, one for me is mine. I love Michael Bernard Fitzgerald's body.
That was actually it. Yeah. I love MBF's body, and his body loves me.
Boom.
It was I am peaceful and calm.
That Dave's was I am peaceful and I'm calm.
I'm peaceful and calm. Yeah.
Good
That's
point.
exactly what I think of when I think of Dave.
Right.
peaceful and calm.
Yes.
Peaceful.
That want to be.
The guy is so. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude.
The last time I was on this beautiful program,
Yes.
I had some time alone in the green room, and I took a bunch of photos on Dave's phone of myself, and he's been sending them back to me. He's been editing them and sending them back to me nonstop.
You guys probably want to see what some of those look like. That's not a problem. I got a bunch of them right here.
You're so high tech.
Yeah, this is only going to take. You guys wanted to see me on my phone for about an hour, right?
So is our sound still
God.
probably
I don't know. How am I? You don't do that. You're going to make Rob have a heart attack. I'm not even going to look up stuff on my phone. Why am I doing that?
so the sound is still garbled.
We still have crafts to think about. Mandy Stobo, why don't you
Yes.
tell the kids at home it's time for
What are you
Mandy's
playing for?
art show, and Michael and Avnish get to play along. Go ahead.
Oh,
Mandy.
wow. Well, welcome back to Mandy Stobo's Craft Time, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me last week. We got to make frogs and binoculars out of toilet paper rolls. That was super fun. And we got to take you through bad portraits. Today is no exception, everyone. Just a second. Let me move over to my craft table. Dave, can you do the
Yeah, we can all do it. Everybody do this.
Perfect. Yes, keep it up.
Whoa!
Whoa! Look at that.
How did she do
So
that?
hello, everybody. Welcome to Craft Time with Mandy Stobo.
Oh.
So I obviously think about this for hours, and I'm very excited to show you what we have today. So I'd like to create a bit of a puppet show for kids at home
Yes.
and for adults, for anyone really. I'm going to just take you through some simple puppets, but you could do anything. So like keep your mind open. You could do politicians. You could do Dave and his wife. You could do anything really.
How about
Okay.
Michael's head? Look at Michael's head.
You
Let's
could do
that.
Michael's toque. You could definitely do a bunch of puppets
Okay.
with toques. So essentially, I'm going to create these little monsters. You see these?
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Those are-
But you can really do anything. I also made a couple sharks, and I'll
Oh.
show you why this is fun. So essentially, you'll make a circle with your kids. They can
All right.
pick out any eye they want, maybe give it a bunch of teeth, color it in, just like we've done here, right?
All right.
Then you
Here-
take a handy clothespin. I know these ones are fancy. The wood ones are way better. If you have the wood ones, keep those. Don't buy these ones. They're not the best, but it's what I got. Okay, so then you take your puppet and you cut it. Let me show you this one because he's not cut. You cut it all the way almost to the edge.
What? You're not.
See
We
that?
can't see it. You're cutting a little.
So you
high.
cut his mouth?
Look in
Yeah,
the
you
frame.
cut all
Yeah.
the way to the edge, just through the mouth there.
All right.
Then you take some handy glue. If you have the wood, it's way better. Can you see my face here?
Michael's
Yeah.
I
got
see
the
your
wood.
face.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you take some tape or glue and you
Yeah.
put one side of the clothespin on the top and one side of the clothespin on the bottom, and then you have a top.
Oh,
and a
look at
pocket.
that.
Oh,
What?
It's Miss
Right.
Pac-Man.
I
Is
know.
that-
So you could
is
do
that-
Trump and Trudeau. You could do anybody that you think of, really. You can make a puppet a day and have a new puppet show for your kids every morning about how to homeschool and take care of themselves.
Oh my God.
Right?
Where did my scissors
So
go?
happy craft time.
Oh, that was a great crowd. Yay, Mandy.
Okay, that was super awesome. Just a sec, Mandy. I can't find my scissors, so I'm gonna
Just
rip it. Yeah, this is gonna
Uh,
be. This is craft time with Mandy. Hang tight, everyone. This is gonna be. Oh my gosh, this.
Why
is,
didn't
Oh.
why didn't anyone tell Avnish or I that we needed to wear headphones? That's rude.
You guys need to wear headphones.
You guys should probably wear headphones.
Hey, did you know
No,
that
you
headphones...
sound way better than Dave does. So
Well, I don't know what the
Oh,
deal
Avnish has
is.
headphones. Oh no, I have no headphones.
do they need to be plugged into something or just?
No.
No, you just gotta look cool.
Check this out.
yeah, perfect. You just need a clothespin.
I know.
That's great.
Who is this? Like, who do you think this is?
Um,
I think this is Michael Bernard. No, I'll make it Michael Bernard Fitzgerald. Just one sec. Michael, what color you want
So,
your beard to
Avnish,
be?
what else you got for us today?
Yeah.
What
Are
else I
you
got?
saying you're bored right now, Jim? Is that what's going on?
You just do your art, Dave. I'm taking over the show.
Clearly.
Isn't this how it normally is?
Yeah, essentially, that's how it works.
Well, what I do have for you today is manage. So take out. Oh, that's a nice beard.
Thank you.
Manage the noise. So if you love to watch the news, if you do those types of things, like reduce the amount of time that you're just sort of getting absorbed in information barrage, and spend more time like this with the piece that you love. Because it's sort of it's an imposition, right? It's sort of on you, and we don't, So Beej and I stopped watching the news probably about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. And Carol from ATBE was asking me, she's like, "How do you get the news?" And you're like, "It's everywhere." Like you're walking in an elevator. It's well, not anymore, but like it's so information and sort of your own adventure and making sure that you're in control of it, I think, is a huge part of where sort of mindfulness is right now, and who are the people that you want to and sort of the information that you want to seek, right? That's a huge part of it, and planned out. You got to kind of strategically sort of think about where do you want to spend your time in this, because otherwise it can be absorbed, and another day passes and another day passes and another day passes, and this is sort of the time for reprieve and rejuvenation and all of those things. It's sort of it's forced upon us. Take full advantage of it. Jimmy, I got yours too. Okay, your affirmation is my immune system is balanced. It operates effectively and efficiently.
Yes, my immune system is balanced. It does operate effectively and efficiently.
Totally.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool.
Said it once already.
I think it's kind of important these days too to try to balance the scale or tip the scale. There's a lot of obviously stuff that feels kind of negative at the moment, so trying to find like a source of some sort of positive information is good too.
Totally.
Yeah.
And how do you input, right? How do you input into sort of positive sources, and how do you feed it? Maybe just sort of as simple as sort of passing healing around, or telling people that you love them sort of unexpectedly, and right, like this is sort of the system requires inputs.
Yeah.
And so how are we doing that? It's it's kind of on us.
Yeah.
Good call.
It's amazing how it's so easy to get wound up. It's like when people gave me heck for being in the playground yesterday, and at first I wanted to tell everyone to go pound sand, but then I realized, well, we're just trying to be healthy, Dave. So grow up. Don't take your kids to a playground anymore.
Yeah.
But I still like to blame somebody, so I think it'll be Jim's fault.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I could take it, Dave. I could take it. So that's why I'm wearing my unicorn shirt today, because I could take your space, your negative space, and help you out.
You're a good man. Gosh, I appreciate that.
Actually,
James.
you want to see my, check this out. This is cool. Can I hold it? Look at this.
Good.
These when Tracy declared me that my spirit animal was a unicorn.
Yeah.
These are all the unicorns that I've been sent.
Ah,
Look at that.
I've got unicorns everywhere.
ah.
Everything's a unicorn in my house right now.
Have you checked your yin yang?
Yeah, it's been yanged.
Yeah, you got unicorns coming out of that.
Yeah. I've yanged it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And I keep thinking, is it just me, or do you think, oh, well, then this is going to be over soon? And you realize everybody says, no, it's not. This is going to be a while, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we have to create patterns for ourselves that are going to be very long lasting, because this is not a 2-week scenario that we have here. Which reminds me, my contract was only for 2 weeks on this show, Dave. when are we going back into negotiations?
Yeah,
when's the re-up?
Yeah,
I have an award for you, Jim. This is what we're going to give you.
No, stop. I think it's a really special time to transform, and I think we all have that time and opportunity to do that. And I think that speaks to what Avnish is saying, is really like dig down into those pieces in ourselves and what we do every day, and allow it to be transformed, because we have no other control but that, and that's pretty special power, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. How you determine to deal with what's going on is in large part up to you.
Yeah.
Can we all do the forehead thing for just a minute? Or not even a minute, 10 seconds?
How do you do it? What do? You just bring your forehead.
Going, you don't.
All right, so this is like talking to your dad, right?
Yeah. Hey, how you guys doing over there?
Hey, is this on? All I can see is your head.
Dave, you just have
Where
to
do I look?
Dave, just trust in the system, man.
Can you hear me, guys?
Is there a button? What am I pushing here?
I'm right here.
Is this software? Am I talking on software or hardware? I don't get it. Hey.
That's all my grandparents.
It didn't fall off yet, eh, Dave?
Is this long distance? What?
It hasn't fallen off yet, eh?
No, it's not. Hey, so we have lots of great. So send in any helper or heroes that you can think of. Let us know who you think should be given a helper award. Look at that.
Mandy's a helper. Mandy's a hero. Why don't you paint yourself?
A self-portrait.
Thank you. I will do a self-portrait while doing my affirmation and see. See what happens. Cool. I'll send you a 3-hour video of me crying.
But for now, that's for Holly Lily, who's helping animals, and Mandy, who's crying.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so send me anybody that's putting a smile on your face these days, or doing the hard work, or working at the gas station, or anything that we want to celebrate. Send it to me. And
we'll do a big shout out.
Absolutely.
Avnish, you're a good man. I think, Avnish, can you do a quick round of everybody's affirmations again? And then people at home, you can steal one of these that fit you. Go ahead, Avnish.
For sure. So I think for all of us, sort of collectively, I laugh easily and often.
Yeah.
For Dave, I am peaceful and calm, which is, spot on. MBFs, I love my body and my body loves me. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Talking to your body right now, I think is really important, right? Like if you talk about sort of the concept of it being a vessel, and we're here to sort of steward and take care of, tell your body that you love it. It's sort of, Beej was saying, and I love this. It's like either we're getting fit or we're getting fat. So let's sort of figure this thing out in the next So tell your body, it's like, hey, we're strong, we're good, we're resilient. You did great today. Like those types of things that you really do want to talk to this vessel, because it's probably wanting to listen. Mandy, I trust the process of life, and I think it's a really powerful one because life's tough, right? Like and it can really be, but this process is the journey that we're all on. I mean, what a luxury, right? That we're all like, this is what we can do on a Monday, sort of pop on this and have these discussions and talk about some of these pieces. And for Jimmy, my immune system is balanced. It works effectively. Hi. Plenty.
Bring him in.
My immune system in balance. It works effectively and efficiently.
I got it. So is Soren in the room?
He's coming. Hey, Baba, come here.
No, get it out of your mouth.
Come here. Isn't that awesome?
Go to the playground. Go play on monkey bars. No.
Oh, baby.
Look at
Hi,
it.
sweetie pie. Oh, he's so sweet.
Great.
Uh,
That
I
is
trust
the
the
picture.
process of life.
I trust the process
Yes.
of life.
Uh,
I got to tell you, yesterday we were because my brother's living with my folks right now, which is really awesome, and we were FaceTiming, and the like my mom is totally this, right, like
Yeah.
and she was talking to Soren, and my brother yesterday was cruising around with the camera and showing Soren a bunch of stuff, and my dad had just got out of the shower and was in a towel.
Oh.
And so my brother, like, there's no boundaries clearly, walked in there and was like filming my dad, and Soren like gets super animated, and you could just like my dad was ready for him to be like Dada, and Soren looks at him and he's like nipple. It's like, that's right. Yeah, you're learning your words, my boy.
Very important.
Vocabulary is increasing every day.
They totally.
So good.
yeah.
Well, since we don't have Russ to play us out, I feel like we should have Michael's foreheads, and like we should all end with forehead talk and the last part of our show. Can you think we can do that? All right, like we do our.
Should we all say our own affirmations?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. One at a time. Mandy, you go first.
I trust the process of life.
It's different with just your forehead. That's beautiful. Michael.
I love my body, and my body loves me.
My immune system is bang on. Is effective and efficient.
Bang on. I like my immune system is bang on.
Yeah, totally.
Mine is I am peaceful and calm. Sure is.
Dave, right now you're the dad that can't figure out how to do the head.
Yeah.
I have a thing in my way. I'm totally.
I can't do it. How do you do the forehead thing?
Okay, one
Show me.
second. Whoa! I just knocked everything over. Oh, wait, yeah. I still
No, still no.
I can't.
Still no.
I still have.
What
a
is
thing in
wrong
the
with?
way. Oh,
He
forget
has
it.
spatial issues.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy.
All right.
Oh God.
Who's our guest? Before you sign off, who's our guest tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we are gonna have Jill Barber come hang out with us,
Nice.
Yeah.
and now
Phil Naduga. Phil
Did you say-
Naduga.
and Phil
Did you say-
Naduga.
Did you say Jill's barber?
Yeah, Jill's
Yeah.
Barber is gonna come on the show.
And Phil's Naduga.
There's gonna be some dudes.
So.
Phil's going to help us figure out how to stay in shape when you can't go to the gym.
And can I get help on how to do the forehead thing? Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Hang in there.